continues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Fields. He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he returns this to the 22. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. He'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And going deep for Hill, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
In motion, Hill. On first down, Tagovailoa escaping the pressure right. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Dolphins respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing on third down, Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Tua sets up to pass it. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cooper Kupp, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, is their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
On second down, here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. For the Bears at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. But they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
One play action. Fields. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Again, Fields. And that will be incomplete as well.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here we go on 4th down. Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
2 now on 1st down. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Through one corner, 14-7 our score.
Okay, right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Tua. Forced out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Tua going to throw. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 50 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
Fields. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Fields. And, oh, that would get a wind-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
To the air again, Fields.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. 2 and now on first down. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. Powers through him. It's a big play there for Miami. 68 yards. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips, and then he breaks.
And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From the 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
play action. Fields. They're firing a deep ball for Kmet. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's going to take another shot here. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Here we go. Black shot. Real green. Yellow. Blue.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cooper Kupp, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From the 6.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Christian Wilkins on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Now Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long.
It's now third down.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jalen Phillips providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a fourth and long.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. On play action, here's Tua. He's got a man, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here's Fields.
Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21.
Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Fields.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields.
A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bears go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 69 yards. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
17.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 32 yards. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
A 3-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 9.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that is incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that'll bring up second down. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. On third down, they go Montgomery.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. On first down, Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool.
And he will be taken down, and a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They pitch it out to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
On 2nd and 9, Fields.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Santos with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown.
Jalen Waddle,
84 yards.
and the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
To throw is Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
It's a gain of a yard.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Play action. It's Fields.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
So it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion. I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He sets to fire deep.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
In motion goes the tight end. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
It's a gain of 6. It makes it 3rd and 4.
Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
At the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one.
He's going to let it fly.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Green Jack. Blaster, six. Claws red.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. He's happy about this play. Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now it's Fields.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Santos able to tack on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to pass. Tua. Flushed out right. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth. putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 2nd and 1,
Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Fields. Able to hit his target, Claypool.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now a first down throw. Fields.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Santos with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Charles, a lot of happy